One in the hand, one in the hand, one in the hand, one in the bag, bubbly. Look at the cash, bubbly. Look at the cash, bubbly.
All right, Coach, thanks. We are across the Cumberland River from downtown Nashville at Nissan Stadium in Tennessee. The whole of downtown Nashville likely still reverberating with the sounds of the Titans taking the field a moment ago. They're ready for football as their Titans are set to match up with the Houston Texans. On the return, it's Wendell Smallwood. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. A very good move, but for a relatively modest gain out near the 32. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
When the Titans selected Alabama linebacker Rashaan Evans at number 22, I thought it was a perfect fit. Gives him a chance to apprentice a little bit with Wesley Woodyard right there next to him and eventually take over running that defense. He can run, he can hit, he can cover. Everything you expect out of a first-round linebacker.
Come back! Richmond! Come back!
From the gun on 3rd, Watson. It finds his target, Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A big 30-yard play on 3rd. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Come back! Tiger!
Watson on first down. He's got Fuller. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Richmond!
Now a first down throw, Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 18. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how he To start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Following the interception here, Mariota. And Walker has it. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. The former #1 overall pick, Jadeveon Clowney, coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be 4th down. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. Fielded at about the 28. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Heading out as the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. So it can't hang on. And as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know. But you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right? Yeah. Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Throwing again is Watson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A 1st down carry for him. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 3, 3, 3.
Mariota now on 2nd down. He will find Davis on the left side complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And the Texans are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
And some room to maneuver. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yards that they needed. But they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
10 yards there, good enough for a Texan first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's Texans football as we get going in quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his right. Room here to run. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Watson going to give this one to Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. So that'll back him up 5. The Texans were penalized 124 times last year, 3rd most in the NFL, and now they come up 1st and 15. They'll try the air now with Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. On first down, Watson. Nowhere to turn here, he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Brian Orakpo in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Come back, come back.
To throw on 2nd is Watson. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Two jet. Richmond. Tiger.
Play action from Miller. Now Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Logan Lyon. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So cancel the interception, pass interference.
And you know what else gets canceled? The return yardage. Makes the play, but now it's all for naught.
The Texans with the first opportunity now from the red zone. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. A first down carry now for Miller. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. The tackle was by the Boston College product, Harold Landry. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
Eluding the pressure right. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what'd you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
That's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded.
Richmond.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point, good by Aguayo. And that makes the score 7-0. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. Adoree Jackson on the return. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know Defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. Rashard Matthews here on the catch. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. Now a carry for the shifty Dion Lewis. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. A minute 58 to go in this first half of play. Back to Tennessee after this.
Let's go.
First down, Mariota. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jadeveon Clowney in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Second down, Mariota. That's going to Taywan Taylor, and he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On third down, Mariota. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. And the Texans set to come onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Tiger. Come back. Tiger.
On 1st and 10, Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson sliding out of the pocket. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1.
Richmond. Tiger. Come back.
To throw on third down. Watson buying time to his left. It's hauled in by Ellington. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Watson hands to Miller on the draw. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Two jet. Tiger. Richmond. Tiger.
On second down, here's Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And that one almost intercepted. Call it a 50-50 ball. It falls incomplete, and now third down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. The Texans on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8.
Come back, come back. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
From the gun, here's Watson. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 24 yards.
Two jet. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Tiger, tiger, tiger. Come back, come back.
On first down, it's Watson. Underneath for Miller. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Come back, come back. Two jet. Come back, come back. Come back, come back.
Watson looks to throw again. They'll roll him out right. And he's got Fuller. And it's a fumble. But this will get out of bounds, so possession will stay the same.
Two jet. Red, green, the line. Green, the line.
Here's a give to Miller. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And Aguayo able to knock it through. And the lead moves to 10-zip. So they get the 3, increase their lead to close out the half.
Excellent way to end a drive, go into the locker room with a little bit of extra momentum after adding 3 to their total.
Roberto Aguayo following the made field goal, set now to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up will take it down. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Jackson now to return. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Titan offense now working their way back onto the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace to get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Again, it's Henry. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The offense on third down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. Mariota to to sneak it. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, 4 down, 4 down.
Good up.
Mariota gives to Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Andre Howell, the one to bring him down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
Left side, caught by Matthews. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 33.
That is right.
Mariota hands to Henry. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Let's go, let's go, let's go. One. Good up.
Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 at the 19.
Set. Where they team? Where they at? Flag it up.
Now we've got movement up front. I think this is going to be on the Titans. That's going to set them back 5 yards. So the Titans come up here 1st and 15, but kind of interesting, the Titans were penalized the 2nd least amount in the NFL in 2017. Now Mariota. This is caught. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Delaney Walker, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Titans have made this a 1-score game. Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. So here's the Texans offense now. They get set to start this 3rd quarter. Watson will bring up the Texans here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Watson on 1st down. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And Hill running right through it and shedding the tackle and now some room. And he is finally out of bounds all the way down. At the 30. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Now a 1st down throw. Watson throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another 1st. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Again, it's Miller. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. Wasn't able to get anything, no gain. Fumbled once already. Maybe he's being a little careful. Not necessarily on that play, but I'm sure that's in his mind somewhere.
Oh, without a doubt, because protecting the football is job one for anyone who's carrying it, and that's exactly what he tried to do on that play, but it didn't gain him any yardage.
The Texans on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Now it's Watson, and he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Brian Orakpo in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Aguayo's kick is good. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Out come the Titans now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5.
One.
From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Looking to hit Matthews, but it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And this results in 6. Touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Now Watson, he's going to lead the Texans up to go for 2. After the interception, here's Watson. That's caught at the 1. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. Jackson now to return. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the... ...27-yard line. Mariota and the Titans break the huddle, 1st and 10 at their own 27. Back to it after the pick 6. Mariota over the middle to Smith. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Play fake to Henry. Now Mariota. Walker with a grab, left side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Mariota now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Mariota to throw it. Uncorks one for Davis. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Off play action to Henry. Here's Mariota. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. One of his main targets, Delaney Walker, the intended receiver. 3rd down here. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Mariota. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Extending the arm.
Oh, yes, it works.
23 yards on the pickup there and a 1st.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. Derrick Henry, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Titans are able to make this a close game again. Suckup for the extra point. Extra point up and good by Suckup. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Smallwood on the return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now out comes Houston. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Escaping the pressure right. That's caught right side by Anderson. And he'll take it down deep into Tennessee territory. A huge play there for Houston. 59 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff to Miller. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try to punch it in with Miller. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
The point after now for Aguayo. Aguayo able to connect on the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Titans getting set to go. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive.
Let's go.
When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
A first down throw for Mariota. Space to maneuver at the 40. Caught right side, Davis. And he's all the way up to the 39-yard line that time. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Mariota now on 2nd down. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off at the 33.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And the pitch goes to Miller. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They'll run it again with Miller. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Now another timeout here called by the Titans. That's going to be their 2nd. They'll be left with 1 more plus the 2-minute warning, and we'll be back. The Texans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Come back. Richmond. Come back. Do jet. Tiger.
A shotgun snap for Watson. Going deep for Hopkins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Miller. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. Well, they've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Here's Miller. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Texans touchdown. Lamar Miller, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Texans use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Extra point, good by Aguayo. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kicker, Roberto Aguayo, has it teed up and is about ready to get this one started. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Let's go.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. 2nd down, Mariota. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Let's go. One.
Mariota on first down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Titans are able to close the gap just a bit. Extra point put through by Succop. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. Now a 20th carry of the game for Lamar Miller. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now it's Miller. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. Bringing him down defensively, Jayon Brown.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 8.
Come back. Tiger.
From the gun, here's Watson. Out to his left. Hauled in by Anderson, left side. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. And his kick is good. Oh, he just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
Hey, we got four. We got four down.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team that loses because normally you shake it off, but in this situation, it lingers a little bit longer.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we sign off from Nashville.